Over budget in Sussex County. Why city leaders in Rehoboth Beach say costs are expected to be about $2 million more than expected. Good evening. I'm Paul Butler.
And I'm Steve Hammond. Welcome to WBOC News at 6. Yes, the city of Rehoboth Beach already underway on its project to build a brand new city hall. But now the most recent bids show the city is going to have to pay significantly more than expected if things don't change. And that difference is, as Paul said, in the millions. Our Sussex County Bureau Chief Evan Kozlov joins us now live in front of the old city hall. And Evan, this project was supposed to cost about $18 million.
Hey there, guys, and city leaders have described this most recent bid as, quote, disappointing. And let me tell you why. This project was estimated originally, as you just said, at $18 million. Now it's looking more like $20 million. At the former meter building, construction is already underway. Meanwhile, the City Hall and Convention Center remain fenced off, and come Friday, this nearly 50-year-old building is supposed to be demolished. But constructing a new city hall is going to cost a little more than expected. The most recent bid for the total project came in at $20 million, about $2 million more than was expected. City manager Sharon Lynn explains why the bid was so high.
Unfortunately, we started out with 5 or even 6 interested parties, and they dropped off to just 2 construction companies that bid on the project. So we didn't have that real competition where we could go lower or higher.
Marching orders. So now comes the question of how the city is going to make up for the cost. The commissioners are holding a special meeting on Monday to discuss, and Mayor Sam Cooper said it could mean borrowing more money or cutting expenses. One thing he does not want to do is cut corners with the project.
I clearly do not want to gut this project. This is very important for the city's future. I think we have a very good project. It's been put together by a dedicated group of individuals.
Voters approved the borrowing of $18 million for the project last June by a vote of 741 to 544. Dottie Blakely of Rehoboth Beach voted for the project in June, but says she fears the additional costs will be placed on the backs of residents.
I find a way to get you one way or another, so it will be paying for it. You can be assured of that.
Major project on the way with a growing price tag in Rehoboth Beach. Now, if the city does decide to borrow more money, they will not need to go to another referendum. That's because they could borrow up to $6 million without a vote. Reporting here in Sussex County, I'm Evan Kozlov, WBOC News in Rehoboth Beach.
All right, Evan, thanks very much. There's some specifics about how Rehoboth is paying for this project. Rehoboth planning to borrow $18 million, getting it through PNC. Later, the city will be able to use a loan from the U.S. Department of Agriculture to repay the bank loan. And officials would then have 20 years to pay off that USDA loan. Worth noting, for comparison, Rehoboth Beach's typical budget calls for just $17 million in expenses per year.